I'm going to talk about something that makes a lot of people very uncomfortable in this video, and that is money. However, I'm not just going to talk about it because this past couple of days, I sent out an email and I made a few posts on social media about the email, and it attracted a lot of attention and it really struck a nerve, a good nerve, with a lot of people. And so instead of me explaining it to you, I'm just going to read you the email that I sent, which got a lot of attention, a lot of feedback, and it really resonated with a lot of people. Hopefully, it will resonate with you too. Here we go. Hey, Dan fam. That's what I call my people on my email list, Dan fam. I'm just testing it out. We'll see how it, how it sticks. I'll put this out there. Money makes people uncomfortable. You know this already. We're taught not to talk about it, too crass, too personal, too likely to make some people feel bad. But here's what nobody really tells you. The real discomfort doesn't come from talking about money. It comes from what your success forces other people to confront about themselves. Case in point, I recently had a family member project their entire financial situation onto me. In their mind, I'm some multimillionaire. I'm not a multimillionaire right now, who should just write checks to clear their debts. Because I'm successful and successful people owe it to struggling people to fix their problems, which is an interesting business model. Work really hard for years so someone else can benefit from it without doing any of the work. Now, I don't think that's how capitalism works, but I could be wrong. Never mind that my success didn't fall from the sky. Never mind the years of hard fucking work, the risks, the failures, the unglamorous grind that nobody sees behind the scenes. None of that matters when someone decides your success is their solution. And here's the thing, this isn't just about my family member with their hands out. This is about every person who will judge you, who will criticize you, or quietly resent you for building something they haven't built yet. The moment you start winning, you become a mirror. And most people don't like what they see. So, what do? We dim ourselves. We don't talk about our wins. We downplay what we've built. We apologize for charging what we're worth. We make ourselves smaller so other people feel more comfortable. It's like we're all walking around hunched over, pretending we're shorter than we are, which seems like a weird way to go through life. But again, what do I know? But let me ask you something. How's that working out for you? Because here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. The only way to avoid judgment is to stay small, and that's too high a price to pay. Your success isn't something you need to apologize for. It's not proof that you're greedy or selfish or that you've somehow betrayed the struggling masses. It's proof that you did the work, that you took the risks, that you trusted yourself when it would be easier not to. And yeah, success means some people will project their insecurities onto you. Some will expect you to fix their problems. Some will decide you've changed or you've sold out or you've forgotten where you came from. And you know what? Let them think that about you. Because here's what success actually gives you: boundaries. The ability to choose who gets access to your time, your energy, your resources, and that's not selfish, that's smart. It's like having a velvet rope at a nightclub, except this nightclub is your life and you are the bouncer. And you don't have to let every person who shows up in just because they know your name. But most people never get there because they're too afraid of what success will cost them. They're afraid of being judged, afraid of being taken advantage of, afraid of becoming one of those people. So they stay stuck, playing small, charging less than they're worth, hiding their wins, waiting for permission that's never coming. If that's you, you're holding yourself back because you're afraid of what other people will think, or because you don't trust yourself to handle success without losing yourself. And if that's you, maybe we should have a conversation so we can reprogram that thought process or that belief system. And until you deal with that, you'll keep playing small. Because the issue isn't money, it's trust, it's boundaries, it's the shit you learned when you were younger that's still running the show. If this resonated with you, let me know. And as always, be well, do good, be true to who you are, and stop waiting for permission to win. Whew. That was a good one, wasn't it? You can see why this struck a chord with so many people. And if people didn't like the message, it's usually because, again, it's that mirror. And the one thing I want you to take away from this is when you start succeeding, you become a mirror. And when other people project their own insecurities and bullshit onto you, guess what? They're not going to like what they see because it's a direct reflection of their own insecurities. I say this to clients all the time, specifically people who are business owners, entrepreneurs, even other hypnotists or therapists or coaches. And I tell them this: here's the reality. There's always going to be somebody who knows less than you do, who's doing better than you're doing, whether it be financially, whether it be mentally. There's always going to be someone who knows less than you, who is making more than you're making or doing better than you're doing. And here's the other thing, which is interesting. When you see other people succeeding, so if you saw somebody else succeeding, doing exactly what you're doing, what would you think? And I ask people this all the time. And you know, the first thing people say, I would be a little upset and I might be a little pissed off. Like, who are they to do this? I'm like, okay, who are you really pissed off at? And then they pause and they sit back. They usually cross their arms and then they say, myself, myself. I'm really pissed off at myself. See what just happened there? See how what happens when we flip the script, we project back onto ourselves. My goodness. So, my friends, if you find yourself projecting some of your securities, or I'm sorry, some of your insecurities onto other people, if you project your securities onto people, that might be a good thing. But if you find yourself projecting your insecurities onto other people, it means you want to take a hard look at yourself. And guess what? This is something that is natural. This isn't something that weak people do. This is something that very successful people do as well. It's just the people who are more successful, they realize that within themselves and like, holy shit, I've got to do some inner work. And I've got to reflect that mirror back onto myself. Because when you have these judgments about people who are presently more successful than you are, or who they've achieved what you want to achieve, and you have that feeling of that tinge of like resentment or jealousy or envy, that's about you, my friend. That's not about them. Hey, if this resonated with you, check out the link in my bio if you're on some social media accounts, or check in the description of this video. There might be some details that can help you through some of those projections. My friends, as always, be well, do good, be true to who you are, and happy healing. Bye for now.